Welcome back to On the Line. Today, we have the owner of one of the most beloved bakeries in the state, Jamie Powers.
Hi, Vic.
Happy to have you today.
Hey.
So, 20 years of early mornings. Take me back.
22.
22 years of early mornings.
Clocking you there.
Take me back to the basement. How did this all start?
It started in a basement. I swear. I moved back to Iowa City from two different places, Denver and Chicago, where I worked in kitchens. And I moved back, and I knew there was nowhere I wanted to work in town that had done the work that I'd done in other cities. So I started the bakery in my basement, and I handed out all these really bougie looking brochures with the same logo. And I was like, I got it all. I got wedding cakes. I got scones. I got petitfours. I got cookies. Order from me. I'll deliver it to your house. I'll set it up, whatever you want. And the orders started coming in. And within a year, I was looking for a place to open. There was no way I could work in my basement because I'd already worked in professional kitchens, but I had to get started. So yes, it did start in a basement.
So being a woman in this industry, is there any doubts that you receive?
Oh, a million doubts, a trillion. It got to the point where I didn't really tell people what I was doing.
Oh, wow.
Because actually I just didn't want to anyway, but every time I told people, I would say 10% of people are really excited for you.
Yeah.
90% were like, well, what if you have kids? What does your husband say? Do you know that that's a lot of work? And I'd already worked in kitchens all day. Do you know how much work that is? There were a lot of doubters all the time. And so I stopped telling people because I didn't want to get in my head with negative thoughts. And so I went underground and opened.
Oh, wow. So how was that like, not having the support you thought you would?
Well, let me tell you something. I did have the support. Those 10% of people were varsity people. They were strong visionaries, and they understood my purpose. My biggest ally was my mother. She ran numbers at the university. So she was able to sit down with me and say, okay, we got to sell this many muffins to make rent, do all of that. So while I was coming up with what the bakery was going to be, her and I were running numbers together. And her and I still run the numbers together. And we still bounce off all of our ideas. So I had her, and then I had a collection of about 5 other people that were so excited for the project. And I held on to them. I made sure they weren't just filling my ego, for no reason. And we just pushed it out, did it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So when it comes to baking, were you just always this good at baking?
No. I almost got fired twice when I first started, but I knew I wanted to do it. I worked in a kitchen where I was on a hotline first. And then this guy that I worked with named Richie said, why don't you come over to desserts one night? And I loved it. I did not want to stop. And so I went over to the dessert area and the garde-manger area. Garde-manger would be salads, things like that. And I would do desserts and garde-manger for Wolfgang Puck's restaurant that he just opened in Denver. I loved it. I never wanted to leave work. That's how I knew. When you never want to leave your work. And then he just immigrated from the Philippines. And he said to me, I've got 2 jobs. Do you want to work 2 jobs with me? I said, sure. And so by day, I would work in a hotel called the Brown Palace Hotel. I'd get there at 4 a.m, clock out at noon. Then at night, I would go work a little bit at the restaurant. So him and then eventually I just did full time at the hotel, and Richie was there too. And then I met all these great pastry people. And I learned everything from wedding cakes to petitfours to croissants to everything in the hotel.
So what has working at your own bakery taught you that working at those other places could?
Well, working in other people's kitchens You have to obviously have a lot of grit and a lot of mental and physical strength. So I had grit and mental and physical strength. But what you never see as a business owner is all of the things that your boss, manager, owner are taking care of in the backdrop that you had no idea. And that is what I found out, was that it is my life. I think about it all the time. And I'm always thinking like, oh my God, is that dishwasher still leaking? Did I forget to change the laundry over? That woman that wants her Pokemon cake, did I write her back? The umbrellas outside are falling apart. I need to order new ones. Do we have the budget to do that? Oh yeah, I got to write that intern back. Things like that. So you just start forgetting about, when you work for somebody else, you're thinking like, I'll go for a run, then I'll go to work, then I'll meet my friends out for wings, and then I'll watch TV.
Yeah.
I remember that life. I had it. I don't have that now. I'm watching TV, but I'm thinking about the dishwasher. I'm thinking about writing you back for the podcast. I got to write him back. Do I have time? What's going on? Who is this person? So yeah, that's what it's like.
So how do you manage all that?
Well, first of all, I have like a super injection of ADHD. So I can do a million things at once. I drink a lot of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of work, I chill out. I keep my body tight, like not tight. I'm not tight because I'm like a mom, but like I exercise 5 times a week. I can't, get drunk anymore. I can't have fun anymore at night, but I have fun in different ways. And so I balance by making sure that my time outside of work is saturated with family, friends, good food, exercise, and chill.
That's good. Okay, so now switching over to DeLuxe.
Yeah.
What's the closest that DeLuxe ever came to not making it?
Oh. Well, I'm going to tell you. My first year, I had only $7,000 to open.
Oh, wow.
Cash that I'd saved. There was no social media at that time. There were cookbooks and maybe some blogs. So nobody knew I was here, okay? So I had $7,000 to start. And then I had to take out a women's business loan for $40,000 and then another 120 somewhere.
Oh, wow.
And then my husband was in debt with medical school loans up the wazoo. Okay. So my first 2 years, it was living moment to moment, hoping that somebody would walk in the door. Okay. And now when I see bakeries open, because of social media, they have these huge lines and everybody comes. And my son said to me, he's 19. He's like, Mom, you remember that when you opened all the lines out the door? I said, Marty, nobody came. So I would say my first 3 years, I think I had about a 3-hour lunch break.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I didn't sit and have lunch, but I was waiting for people to walk in.
Yeah, I hear that.
And I still remember the people that walked in and that are still walking in today after 22 years, the same people, they come. So it was those first 3 years that I thought, what am I doing? But I still knew that what I was doing was going to work. I don't know how, and I can't explain it.
I hear it. But, okay, so what's a menu item that you fought to keep on, even though it may have killed your pricing?
What kills? Well, I'll tell you what, a caramel latte is very expensive because we make the caramel here.
Oh, man.
I'm losing money every time I sell one.
Man.
But I can't charge people more than $6.50. I feel bad.
Yeah.
So the caramel latte stayed on, but every time somebody orders one, I'm like, let's see here. What stays on that just kills me? I do specialty cakes, and when I'm using tweezers and I'm adding, can I swear?
Go crazy.
I'm adding shit onto the cake that people want because they're looking at Pinterest for 10,000 hours. Yeah. And I'm using tweezers and it's taken me longer than I thought. I'm wiping my ass with a $50 bill, okay? And flushing it down the toilet. But that's okay because it's a moment for them. They want the cake. It's not all cakes I misprice, but some of those specialty cakes that you think are going to be easy, and you're there until 10 p.m. with tweezers putting the shit on. Okay?
Yeah.
Those are cakes that, and I still don't have it in my heart to just rake people through the coals on it.
I see why you have such a strong community coming
back. Yeah, they'll come back for a biscuit that I make money on. So hopefully.
I mean, that's all
if
we can
that
hope
makes
for
sense.
at that point. Yeah. But 2 decades.
You give, you take. You give you some things you make money on, some things like the caramel latte, you just wash your hands clean and say it's nothing more I can do. I could buy cheap caramel that somebody else makes in a factory in China.
But that would just ruin
and people might be like, this is great. But we make our own caramel. And so I have to lay in bed and think about that.
I gotta make caramel tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta make caramel and I'm flushing money down the toilet.
So 22 years later.
Yeah.
Little to no advertising.
Well, now now I do social media and I love it.
Now.
So
prior, how did you work with slow growth? How did that work?
I got out there and I helped people. I got us out there. Sure, I'll donate this. Sure, I'll do this. I got us out there. I'm like, yeah, I'll bring 200 cookies to the school.
Oh, wow. So,
yeah, I'll help your kids start at the bakery. I mean, just, you got to get involved in the community. And then people give back. People give back. Now, I'm not giving to give back, but you've got to get in that community. Even though, don't be so focused on your numbers that you're not just saying, just give.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep hearing that. That's a recurring message across.
Just
operators.
put them away. Close that book for a little bit and say, just,
Yeah, I feel like helping the community is always what is keeping the businesses alive at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're always in the community figuring out how we can have a footprint, how we can help. Because why else would I make food? I make food to give food away, and I also make food to make money, to support my staff, to support all that we're giving away. It's a huge cycle. And once you get going, it's like a tape recorder. Remember those old things? Mm-hmm. And you see the film go like that. You give, it comes back. You give. It's just great.
Yeah. So speaking of the community, what's a customer moment that you'll never forget?
I'll tell you. That Donald Trump. I'm going political now. He cut everybody's SNAP funds. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we employ adults with disabilities here. And we serve the underserved in so many different ways that we could get into. And I know what these communities need. Mm-hmm. And for that administration to pull those SNAP funds blew my mind. And so I put it on social media. Anyone that is impacted by the loss of SNAP funds, please come in, order a meal, order a sweet roll, order a coffee or a sandwich, and all I want you to say is charge it to the neighbor. I don't want you to get up to the register, and if you want to be under the radar, just say charge it to the neighbor. And so we had all these people coming in needing food, and they'd say charge it to the neighbor. It was great. And I met a whole new wheelhouse of people. And it was great. And they're still coming in.
That's really Super heartwarming.
Yeah. So charge it to the neighbor was one. The other one was when we went through COVID, and I didn't close my doors once. I closed them. Okay, I closed them, but I was running food out. And so if you can imagine, you guys were probably in 8th grade, 7th.
COVID?
How old
I
are
was
you?
in high school. I'm 22.
Okay, my son is 19 and he was just going into maybe 9th grade. You could order your cinnamon roll and your latte for what, $6, and I'd run it out to you. Nothing changed. So you could get out of your house for $6, and one of us would shake our tail out there and just give it to you. Okay, not give it. I mean, you can hand me the $6 or whatever we worked out. The other thing that I offered was I offered free delivery.
Oh, wow.
And my parents, who were 75 at the time, maybe 73, they couldn't get out of the house, but they did to make these deliveries. So they would pull up, they'd pop their trunk, and I'd have all these deliveries in the car. And they would go around in the morning, leave them on the doorstep with a little note saying from DeLuxe.
Wow.
And so that got us in the community even more. People didn't have to leave their house. And my parents, I got to see them every day pull up. We'd run the food out. And my mom had the map ready. And my dad would drive and then pull up to the house. She'd run up to the door, ring the doorbell, and leave. They were the DoorDash without money.
Wow.
They didn't want any money.
That is crazy.
That my parents were the best DoorDash ever. And then my dad, I think he got lonely. He'd wait for people to open the door. He'd stand far away and talk to them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Heartwarming.
Yeah. So those are some heartbreakers.
Yeah. So Martha Stewart
Yes.
emailed you personally and told you that you knew what you were doing.
Did she?
That's what I'm hearing.
I need to find that, because if she did, I'll freak out.
Well,
I didn't know she did. Wait, did she? You have to show me that
according
later.
to my research, that's what it says.
I need you to find that, and I need you to print that document out. We're going to shellac it in the bakery.
Okay, so
Great.
aside from that,
She was my first, besides a couple women that I knew that did wedding cakes out of their home. Martha was my first inspiration because she was putting content. Julia Child was as well. Julia Child put content on the TV that you had to watch her make a cake. You had to watch her make a roast. And then Martha, so that was the first content that really got me. And then the second content was Martha Stewart. Remember, I told you there was no internet when I was really coming up. And so I had to go buy books and magazines. And Martha Stewart was in every wedding magazine. She had cookbooks out that just said pies, cakes, cookies, and I just ate them up. And because we didn't have anywhere else, where else am I going to find it? You know?
Yeah.
And we weren't, so I had to use cookbooks. So yeah, I need you to find that.
I definitely will look.
If she says that.
Okay, so against what you were like 22 years ago, what do you know now that you wish you knew back then?
I knew it was going to be long hours. I knew it was going to be my life. Okay, so let's put that on the shelf. You know, I didn't anticipate all of the beautiful, amazing people that have come in and out of my life because of the bakery. And they come back in. I just didn't anticipate meeting so many amazing people. I mean it. And they come back in, like, let's say you come back in 10 years, and I'm going to be like, oh my God, I remember. And so that's what, when I have those moments where I'm like, oh my God, you had your baby, and now this is the baby, and he's in college, and I'm doing his college cake. Like, my brain explodes, and I'm on the floor.
Well, if my baby is in college in 10 years,
You better come. Or if you're doing if you're collabing with, let's say, whoever your inspiration is, you're collabing with them. I need you to send me a note and say I'm doing it.
Sure.
Whatever outlet it means.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does the next chapter of DeLuxe look like, and what does the next chapter for Jamie look like?
Okay. First of all, I don't know. But if I'm going to guess, I think that the bakery is going to maybe have a child.
Oh, wow.
I'm not pregnant, but I mean like
Another location.
possibly. Yeah. Maybe have a baby, have a little girl. And what's next for me is, besides mentoring that and seeing that go in all the beautiful ways that I think it can go, my biggest goal would be, I have family that lives in Lebanon, and I want to go live there a month out of the year.
Oh, wow, that would be nice.
Yeah. That is I always think about, is how can I live in Lebanon for 1 month out of the year? Did I say a year or 1 month out of the year?
1 month out of the year.
1 month out of the year. That would be my personal, besides, okay, I spend time with my family, keeping my family healthy, my parents, my family. But then living 1 month out of the year in the Middle East would be it. You asked, I'm telling you.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Well, if you live in the Iowa City area and you would like some pastries, come down and visit Jamie.
Yes.
That's all the time we have today.
This is the best podcast ever.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
This is On the Line, and my name is Victor. I'm your host, and today we had Jamie Powers of Iowa City.
I'll see you at the bakery.
Yes, ma'am.